Mick, a dramatic ending here at Frickley. We get the 3 points. Just some of your immediate thoughts after that one.
Yeah, listen, it's I don't think we deserved the 3 points today, Jay. I don't think either team deserved the 3 points. A draw was probably a fair reflection of the game today. Both teams had chances. It was a really bad advert for football at this level today, Jay. On that pitch, you couldn't stand up, you couldn't string 2 passes together. But it's important when you come to these places you don't lose, and luckily we've managed to win the game off a cross.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Charlie Owen, the unlikely hero, 3 minutes from time, his first goal of the season, and it was a cross, great cross. Yeah,
well, he'll say it now, it's a great cross. I'll say it's probably a poor cross, but yeah, listen, the way I just said to Tom, their manager there, the way today's game went, it was always going to take something like that. It was going to take a mistake or something like that, a fluke, because both teams created big moments. Both teams never took their big moments. There was zero quality in the game. So yeah, listen, Jay, we'll take it. We've been on the receiving end of them a few times, so sometimes you need a little bit of luck when you come away from home on a cold Saturday, in December. So on a pitch like today, we'll take every bit of luck we can get.
And just before that goal, how did we survive that moment where the ricochet's on the goal line? I think we've tried to clear it. It's come off one of our own players. Appeals for handball, all sorts going on. How do we survive that? I don't know.
Yeah, like I said to you, Jay, it's just we wrote our luck at times today and we came out the right side of it. It was a scruffy moment. We had 2 or 3 scruffy moments in that second half where they put balls in the box and we didn't deal with it. We didn't deal with the first one, we didn't deal with the second phase, the third phase, and we just created problems for ourselves really by not defending the box properly and efficiently enough. And when you don't, you'll always give teams chances. But credit to them, Jay. Second half, I thought they showed real intent, real energy. They played forward quickly. I actually thought they did an extra man at one point in the second half, Jay. They just created overloads everywhere, and they put it on us properly. And listen, credit to them today. They didn't deserve to lose that game. But unfortunately, sometimes as a winner, sometimes as a loser. And today we got to look at the draw, to be fair.
Yeah, sticking with the luck theme, Elliot Andrews' chance in that second half where he's pounced on a loose back pass, he's hit it goalwards, the keeper's got a big hand on it, it's gone spiralling up into the air, it's bouncing, it's going on target, you think it's going in, and it bounced just at you. It's one of them.
I know, the chances both teams created today, and it just looked, it had 0-0 all over it until Charlie Owen crossed the ball really poorly and it's gone over the keeper's head. So like I say, it was a 0-0 all day. It was a really poor game of football. Neither team deserved to win, neither team deserved to lose. So I feel for Frickley tonight, because it's difficult when you lose a game like that. We've been on the receiving end of that many times, so it's difficult. But I think they're a credit to their manager and the club, the way they showed character and fight in that second half. I thought we were probably the better team in the first half. They were the better team in the second half, and I thought they showed real character and real guts, and they really put it on us.
Yeah, especially the first 15-20 minutes of that second half. It really switched, didn't it? It hit the post inside 20 seconds in that second half. We were just struggling to get to grips with it in the second half. Yeah,
we said it to the lads, don't make it a game of transitions, and we made it a game of transitions. They've got pace out wide, and when you make it a game of transitions and you don't land on second balls, they just hook it over your head, and you've got our centre halves running back towards their own goal against fast wingers, and it's not ideal in any scenario. So again, we would have liked more control in the game today, Jay, but unfortunately we just couldn't play in it, and we just had to sort of play the conditions. And I thought both teams played the conditions really well today. So it's like I said, Jay, it won't be a game I'll be watching the replay of too many times, put it that way.
Yeah, the picture is always a little tricky, isn't it? It's not one to do things kind of first time. It takes 2 or 3 touches. A lot of players slipping in that first half as well, isn't there?
Yeah, really slippy surface, and it's the first time I've come where there's not 80-mile-an-hour crosswinds as well. And that makes it even more difficult. It's a big pitch, it's a wide pitch, but it's a difficult pitch, and it's difficult for both teams. I know that, but the way we want to play, it just doesn't suit us at all. So we've had to sort of change today, and change our approach, change our style, and just hit areas and get runners in behind them. And I thought the first half we didn't stretch him enough. We didn't get enough runners in behind them. They played a really high back line, and it was crying out for just someone to go stretch it, someone to go beyond. And the one time he did, Junaid's got in behind him and he's done everything right. Great first touch, and he's just lifted it over the keeper and it's gone over the bar. I actually thought it was gone in, but we didn't do enough of that in the first half for me.
First clean sheet in over a month, I think. A big bonus.
Yeah, absolutely. Sam Green will be glad of his bonus. He's been doing my head in for the last few weeks about bonuses. So he's had his bonus today. He's earned it today. So listen, it's you come away from home, Jay, and you get a clean sheet. It's brilliant, because the goals we have been conceding of late has been really poor. So I thought today, to be fair, I thought defensively we did defend pretty well on the whole, other than one or two sort of melees inside our box. But yeah, listen, when you come away from home to a place like this in the middle of December, Jay, you'll take a 1-0 all day, every day.
Yeah, that's 3 games unbeaten now. I don't want to mention the C word, being consistency. Starting to go on a good little run now, aren't we?
Yeah, it's just the mentality though, Jay. It's the men just said that the lads before the game today. There's no point in going to Silverstone and putting in that shift to come here today and to stroll around the pitch at half speed. And I thought first half, the first 5-10 minutes, we looked like we were at half speed, and then we sort of got going after that. But again, when you're winning games and you're drawing games, and you don't have to win. You don't have to win by popping teams off the park. Sometimes you just win, and it's a mentality switch inside players' heads. That when you're winning games, things normally seem to you land on the bounce of the ball. When you're not winning games, you don't land on the bounce of the ball. And luckily today we landed on the bounce of the ball. And the only positive from today, Jay, I suppose, 3 points.
Back home next Saturday against Golka, a tough test against one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah, again, we know what they're about. We went away from home and probably should have got a point from the game. We got back in the game and got a man sent off and a penalty and a sin bin all within the space of 10 seconds. So we know the threats they've got. They've got real good threats at the top end of the pitch. Play with a lot of energy. They're aggressive. So we'll work hard this week. We'll get the lads in. We'll train hard, and we'll prepare well for Saturday, because we want to keep this momentum up now, Jay. If you can take this through and have a good Christmas period, and then all of a sudden the table looks a lot different. So we need to get points on the board. We know where we're at, we know where we want to be. So it's about keeping our feet on the ground and just keep working hard.
Good, well done, mate.
Cheers, yeah.